Hey everyone, welcome to Deanna Creates. I'm so glad that you guys are here crafting with me today. So in today's video, we are going to be making some fun home decor pieces for fall using some transfers, some distress inks, and a little bit of paint. So let's just get started. So we are going to be using this transfer from ReDesignwithPrima. It's called the Foliage Collector. And you guys, this is so me. It has everything in it that I love. It has botanicals, it has words in it, it looks like it has mixed media to it, and it's just really a beautiful transfer set. So we're going to be using that. And I already prepped and did this one, and I just really loved how it turned out. On this one, I used this, it's pumpkin spice. It's a Dixie Belle paint, and it was a limited collection last year. And I got this from my friend Pat at Salvage Soul, and I think this is just a really, really beautiful color. And I took some distress inks to this and added some twine, and I just love how it turned out. So let's just get started making another one. This is going to be, there's 3 pieces to this little fall collection. So this is the next one that I'm going to do, and this is kind of the layout of how it's going to look. So we're going to paint this first. So let me just take this twine off of here. And we are going to be using, for this one, I plan on using this acrylic. This is Master's Touch acrylic. This is an artist paint. You can get this brand this is Hobby Lobby's brand, and this is in yellow ochre. And I just think that this yellow will really blend in well and kind of accent this yellow in this leaf over here. So let's just get to painting. This paint really paints very, very beautifully. It goes on really, really smooth. So I'm just going to wet my brush just a tad. And I'll just start there. And we're just painting this. Oh yeah, that's a really pretty color. I wanted to try to pull together the colors from this one piece that I did so that it all works together very cohesively and looks good. So I know so many people are like working on Christmas, but I'm just not ready to let go of fall yet. So I am still doing some fall crafting. It's just one of my favorite seasons. Of course, I love Halloween, which you guys have seen, and I love to create fall decor. And so I'm just painting this. One coat of this, it's a pretty thick paint, so one coat of this is going to be fine for this project. Oh, it's really pretty. I'm going to add just a tad more. Actually, I'm just going to put it on my paintbrush. You guys can see just how pretty that is. I'm just going to hit the edges ever so slightly with this. I'm going to go around it with my distress inks, of course, and so I just want to have a little bit of this color there. All right. So there is that one prepped and ready to go for our next part of the project. So what I've done for just the sake of time is I have already prepped another piece that we're going to do. I've already prepped it. I painted this one in buttercream, which was it's another Dixie Belle paint, and then I put a top coat on it. You want to put a top coat on when you're doing transfers. It just really helps the transfers to adhere better, or at least that's been my experience. And I've already put a little hanger on the back. I just took some of my twine and I made just a little loop, and then I just put it on there with my hot glue gun. And so let's just get started with the transfer. So to use these transfers, you just cut them out of the sheets. They come on sheets, and this one has 3 sheets in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So you can just pick which one you want, and then you just cut it out. And I try to cut it around it as best that I can, so that it just makes it a little easier for me to kind of line it up. And then you peel the backing off of it like that. And so it's almost like a sticker. And then once you do that, you can kind of see how to line it up the best for your project. And for this one, I'm putting my twine on the opposite side, so I think that looks pretty good. And then you just kind of press it down like this. And then they come with these little tools, and this is what you do to work your transfer onto your surface. And so what you do is you just start pressing down, and you want to press down pretty firmly on that so that it starts to adhere. And you just keep doing that. Sometimes you got to press kind of hard to get it. And what will happen is, as it starts to adhere, the surface is really shiny right now, but as you continue to work with it and as it starts to adhere to the surface, it starts to become a little cloudy. And I kind of try to work in like smaller sections. Like I said, you gotta press kind of firmly. And you can kind of hear it. It sounds weird to say that, but you can kind of hear it as you're doing the transfer, how it starts to almost kind of crackle as it starts sticking. And, as you're going along, you can try to start, peeling it up to see. And so as you can see, it's starting to stick to that. And like I said, having that top coat on there, that definitely helps. And you want to make sure your paint is dried really well too. I have found that if I get impatient, because I want to move on with my craft, if I get impatient and I don't let my paint set a little bit, then I have found, at least in my experience, that it makes it a little harder to get the transfer on there. Transfers have been out a really long time, but I just recently started getting on the transfer bandwagon, so to speak. I was almost really kind of afraid of them. They looked like they were hard to use. And so I don't know where I was getting that fear from, but oh my gosh, I love them. They really elevate your craft projects, and they really make it really, really easy to create some really beautiful gifts and beautiful home decor. And I love these small ones. Redesign with Prima, they have these small ones, and I think it's like an 8 by 10 or 8 by 11 size, and then they also have big ones. And I use whatever I like. I love IOD also, and they have some beautiful transfers. And they've started making theirs in smaller packages too. Okay, let's see if we can take a peek how this is coming along. And as you start to peel it up, if you see parts of it that aren't, that allows you just to go back over it. And if you just lay it right back down, it'll just stick back, and then you can just go over it. It's a workout too. Hey, that's an added bonus to crafting. We get a workout while we're crafting. 2 for 1. So what about you guys? Have you guys moved on to Christmas, or are you still trying to hold on to fall a little bit too? I know that if you have a booth or something like that, I know you've probably for sure moved on to Christmas. Okay, this is looking pretty good. So I'm just slowly peeling it off to kind of see how everything is sticking. I don't know how well you can see, but my sheet is clear. Now I do have one little spot right here that I need to get. And see, I just put it down and then went back over it. Oh, you guys, this is so cute. And there's a little part on my leaf right there. There we go. You guys, look how cute. I mean, that's beautiful, like all on its own, right? And so then what you want to do is you want to take your sheet, and I always flip it over, and you want to just kind of burnish it, or you can also take a really soft cloth and go over it. Like I said, you're just kind of burnishing it to make sure that it's really adhered. And so I just use the opposite side of the piece of transfer, or a soft cloth, whatever you have handy. Okay, now we are just gonna have some fun with it. So of course, I want to use my distress inks. And so I'm gonna just take this, and this is the vintage photo, and I'm just gonna go all the way around my edges. With this. Because you guys are learning by now how much I love them. I just add just that certain something to it. Let's see, I think I'm going to take a little bit of this wild honey and go over it a little bit too. I'm just going to try to like feather it a little bit, go around the edges. I'm going to grab a baby wipe and pull a little bit of that off. And that's, once you have that top coat on there, that really allows you to like play with it. So you can pull back anything that you've added to it that you don't really like as well. And I'm not really loving that, so we're gonna take that kind of off. It already kind of gives the color, which is really what I wanted, just to give it a little bit, a hint of that yellow on there, that yellow orange color. And it stays behind somewhat when you wipe it off. So that's really perfect. All right, now let's take this one. This is the scattered straw. And I'm just gonna go over it a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go over it a little bit that's a little better. And so you can see I'm just like going around it. And they have little applicators that you can use for this too. I tend to just use it like this. Oh, I love it. And then I'm going to pull a little bit more just around the edges with this brown. I just love the process of just creating and just seeing how it comes out. And so that is what it looks like so far. I really, really like it. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some twine to it. And I'm going to add twine on this one on this side. And so I'm just going to move my twine over here. And I'm just going to start kind of pulling it off and seeing how I want it until I kind of get it. I love to use twine, you guys. I love it. And I love these little, I especially love it when they're on little spindle things like this. And just make it such cute decor that has a purpose too. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this kind of where I want it here. Like so. Isn't that cute? I think I'm going to leave a little bit of this edge because I like how that looks. And then I'm just going to take it and I am going to just glue this down with my glue gun, which is stuck to my pad there. Woo. Now be careful. I have a popsicle stick here to use to kind of put this down. And you could do it like one strand at a time too if you wanted that. After I get this one started, I may go back and do it like that. But I just want something to kind of hold it there right now. And this is going to be back against the wall, so I'm not worried about the back looking perfect by any means. And so I'm going to just try to, this one's kind of stuck already, so I'm just going to come back around. And then I'm going to just try to take a small little bead of glue. For this one. It's so cute. It's amazing what you can do. You know, it's just some wood, a little bit of paint and transfers. They just really, really, really make such really cute projects. And how cute would this be too as a gift? So if you're going somewhere, someone's hosting Thanksgiving and you're going there for Thanksgiving, what a sweet little gift this would make. I would be so excited. Handmade with love and care and all the beautiful energy. So special. Especially knowing, people knowing that you took the time to make something for them is just, that is just awesome. So I'm going to bring this back a little bit and cut it. And make sure I glue that down really good. And put a little bead across it too. And I'm just going to cut it off. And there we have just a really cute little home decor piece. Again, that would be perfect for a gift or to hang for fall. So here are the two of these together. Look at those. I just love them. So this one is still drying and I've got to still put a top coat on it. So I will finish this one and I will post a picture of that on Facebook and Instagram so that you guys can see that with them all three together. But I just love them and I really think they turned out really, really cute. Again, this was using this Foliage Collector transfer. There are 3 pages and there's just, you can just still see there's a lot more transfers in there. So you guys try out some transfers and grab you some paint and just start creating. I hope you guys have a beautiful whatever is left of the rest of your day, and I hope that you'll come back and see me again soon so we can do some more fall crafts. Y'all take care.